Buckingham Palace has announced that King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer, but it did not disclose the form and type of cancer. The palace has said that King Charles will continue with his royal engagements, but he will be stepping away from public engagements for health reasons. King Charles recently underwent treatment for an enlarged prostate. According to reports, the cancer was discovered during the treatment process. The palace said King Charles remains wholly positive about his treatment and looks forward to returning to full public duty as soon as possible. The royal family usually does not share details about any illness, as they regard all medical issues as private matters. However, the palace has expressed that updates needed to be shared to assist the public's understanding. The 75-year-old monarch ascended to the British throne in September last year, following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II.
I was waiting for my friend. We were going to have some dinner, and yes, it came up on my phone, on my feed, and yes, I suppose like everyone else, rather startled and quite saddened actually.
It was a shock, definitely. I think nobody thought of it. It was hard to hear it, and I hope the best, actually. But I also heard that it wasn't that bad. Fortunately, so we hope all the best, and we pray for him. That's all we can do now.
According to reports, King Charles's youngest son, Prince Harry, has spoken to him in the last 24 hours and will be travelling to the UK to meet his father in the coming days. Harry moved to California with his wife and children after the couple stepped down from their royal duties in 2020. Lawmakers from across the UK have been sharing well wishes for the monarch. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak posted on social media platform X, wishing King Charles a swift and speedy recovery. The Labour Party leader, Sir Keir Starmer, also took to X and wished the King a healthy recovery. Similarly, in Scotland, the First Minister, Humza Yousaf, expressed his thoughts and prayers for King Charles on X and wished him a speedy recovery as well. US President Joe Biden has also expressed concern over the King's health. Well, for more on this, we're being joined now by Richard Fitzwilliams, live from London. He's a royal commentator, public relations consultant and lecturer. Many thanks for your time this morning, Richard. A piece of very significant news yesterday and, of course, unusual for the royal family to make these kinds of announcements. What do you make of it, and how do you assess the fact that Buckingham Palace has made this public?
Well, I think that this has been a very severe shock. We were certainly earlier in the year, it's only talking about a matter of weeks, very surprised that firstly the Princess of Wales had abdominal surgery, and secondly King Charles was in the same hospital, the London Clinic, and was during that time that they discovered this, and hopefully they've caught it early. But it has been obviously a very, very unpleasant surprise, and clearly we understand from the way it's been announced by Buckingham Palace, and this was in line with the way that they announced his prostate problem. The idea is to alert others to the possibility of getting this condition to heighten awareness, and certainly the King is trying to do that, and I think that the statements, the way it's been handled, it's been different, and I think it has been very positive. We must hope, obviously, for a very speedy recovery, but this will mean a good deal of matter of his engagements. There's no doubt that he will be unable to undertake public engagements for some time. He does hope to continue his state business.
Well, of course, the Princess of Wales is incapacitated herself at the moment. Now the King's stepping back from much of his duties. The royal family spent the last few years slimming down, but with Prince Harry living in America, we're now asking a rather small band of people to step into the fold, for want of a better phrase. What's your assessment on the kind of role that the Prince of Wales and the other senior royals are now going to have to take?
Yes, this is a very serious problem, and in fact, there was a lot of talk when a year and a half ago Prince Charles became king about a so-called slimmed-down monarchy, and it's not practical. Only 4 working royals under 70. Obviously, as we all know, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Prince Andrew no longer carry out royal duties, and that won't change. So what you've got is a smaller pool of working royals. Last year they did 2,200 engagements. 10 years ago it was some 4,000. Now, regarding the Princess of Wales, her abdominal surgery will take a period to recover till at least Easter and possibly beyond that. And William and Catherine have tended to be attached to fewer patronages and institutions, but do more for the ones that they are attached to. Now, that would possibly change. I think there will be more that, firstly, Queen Camilla, she's 76, but I think she will be doing more. And there's little doubt at a time like this, she will be King Charles's, so to speak, his rock, their soulmates. But also the Prince of Wales, there'll be a good deal of pressure, clearly, with his wife recovering and with his father diagnosed with cancer. So very clearly he will be doing more, and very, very clearly also, of course, we know Prince Harry will be returning to Britain, and let us see whether there's any possibility, let us hope so, of some form of reconciliation, because there's a deep rift in the royal family, as everybody knows.
Yes, of course. Well, let's wish the King well in his recovery. Richard Fitzwilliams joining us from London. Many thanks for your insight.